Hey friends, welcome back to the Eternal Guiding Light Tarot channel. You already know who this is. This is your 144 friend and I'm back with some more vibes. Okay? No, I didn't say that right. I said I'm back with some more vibes. Okay? Exactly. Turn up on them hoes. Okay? Yeah. So anyway, guys, without further ado, we're going to jump right in. I hope you guys are doing amazing. It is such a blessing to be here to read for you guys, especially on Thanksgiving Day. I am grateful to be here. Absolutely. Amen to that. I'm so happy to be here, healthy, whole, alive, and just great. Just doing great, man. And I hope you guys are doing the same too and feeling great energy. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you guys. Whether you celebrate it or not, I'm just thankful for you. So just happy. I'm grateful for everything that you give to the channel, and I'm thankful that you're here and that you're still supporting, and thank you. So anyway, like I said, I'm just gonna jump right in here, and tap in, because guess what? We actually have a few downloaded messages here, um, that the Most High God, I had a little urgency, put a little urgency in my back to get these done. So we're gonna just go ahead and get started. So this first downloaded message, I'm gonna go right in order here. I have 4 downloaded messages here. So definitely stay tuned for the rest of them. But right here, right now, we're gonna tap into this downloaded message, okay? And I got this downloaded message Tuesday, November 19th. Okay, and it is now Thanksgiving. So that was what, like a week ago. So let me try to tap back into that energy, right? Because it says, can we talk about your actual people? Like who they are, who are they? Where do they come from? And what have they actually become? That download came after a little conversation that I had become a part of. And I remember getting the download and I remember feeling like there is so much accuracy in talking about your actual people. And I remember the feeling that I was feeling when I got the download. It was a sense of um, like newness. There was a sense of anticipation. There was a sense of eagerness, because I was picking up on that energy of, like, let's say, like, obviously you are someone who's experienced in life, right? I'm talking about you are an adult. But when it comes to people, that you'll never 100% get down pat, right? Because there's so many people, there's so many different people and personalities on this planet. But you know like, you have to be active in your study, when it comes to people and really understanding them. And I don't feel like there are a ton of people that walk this earth actually actively studying people, right? So the point is that it's really what the download is really getting you to tap into is using your discernment better to decipher the energy, right? Because the more you elevate and ascend and heal, you're gonna attract all different types of energies. You're gonna attract all different types of energies. So, hold on 1 second. Hold on, guys. Getting another download. Hold on. Um, Mm. Sorry, guys. I just had to note that other. They want me to tap into the dream that I had not too long ago. But anyway, yeah. So like I was saying, when you elevate and you ascend, it's like, how do you really truly decipher between the energies and actually stick with your people, right? So I guess they wanted to talk about that. Like, can we talk about your actual people? Who are they? Where do they come from? And what have they actually become? Now, that part of what have they actually become is has always been interesting to me as far as that download. Please, guys, yes, feel free to pause. Go get your coffee. Go get your tea. Please do. I got mine, and it's delicious. So yeah, let's chat for a little bit, right? So anyway, now when it talks about what have your people actually become, everyone everyone has to cross that karmic path. Everyone. It is a part of everyone's soul's journey. The fundamental basics of a soul journey is the same. However, not everyone's journey is going to look the same, but the fundamentals are the same, right? So that karmic path we all cross. You know, the dark night we all have to fucking go through. Like, it's all a part of that spiritual awakening. It's just whether or not you're able to get through successfully or not, right? But that karmic path um, gets really testy, right? And that's when you kind of learn yourself in a negative way, right? You learn the negative things about yourself. You do. That's a part of going through a karmic journey, right? Because the karmic energy just really pulls the worst out of you. That's karmic. That's just what the energy does. It's a dark energy force. So it's meant to be triggering and pulling out your um your south node, right? It's meant to be pulling on all your negative traits. It's meant to test you, right? And the point is for you to rise above it. So for the people that have actually successfully done that and got through that part of their soul's journey, they elevate, ascend, and they grow into their best and higher self or closer to it, right? So that's what the question is asking, like, what have they actually become? Who were they before and how are they now? Because your people, you're not, I mean, depending on where you are and your goals and what you want, I mean, you don't necessarily want to be attracting and um, connecting to people that are not on your level, that are not where you are yet. Meaning that if you're truly standing in your divine energy, you already are in your divine purpose. Why would you feel like your actual person or your actual people are still in their karmic energy? No. You have to be able to um, be aware of the signs, be aware of the energy, right? Remember where you come from. Never forget where you come from, okay? Heavy on that. Don't ever forget where you come from. Don't forget your karmic journey. Don't forget that energy. Don't forget what it looks like, right? Because you could see that energy, or that karmic process or whatever have you on a person, right? You could tell if someone is still, on their karmic path or are in their karmic energy. So that's where these questions come from. Can we talk about your actual people? Who are your actual people? Well, if you're a true divine feminine and a true divine masculine, your actual people look just like you. They've been there, done that. They don't want that again. They've ascended. They don't want nothing of the past. They look into the future. You can have butterfly talk with them, right? You're not gonna be a butterfly. Now you're a butterfly, but you're not gonna sit here. Your people don't look like caterpillars. This is the point of this download, right? Where do they actually come from? Well, they could come from all different walks of life. They could come from anywhere. now that you've ascended, now that you've grown, where have your people come from? They've come from everywhere. Why? Because you're way more open to the universe. You're way more open and way more connected to Mother Gaia. So your people come from everywhere, right? And what have they actually become? That's the question that you need to ask yourself. Where have you grown to? Are you closer to your best self? You should say yes if you're a part of my friend zone. So if the answer is yes, then what have they actually become? Well, your people have actually become their best selves. Because I believe the question, like I'm remembering a little bit of the conversation that I had. The young lady was asking, like, like like where are my people? Like, how do I know what, like something about new friends and having new friends and something like that. And I was just like, I didn't say anything, I didn't feel like it was my place to answer that, at the time. But to you, when Spirit put it on my heart to actually put it in a download and make a message, it's like, what your people look like. Your people look like you. They may have been through something, but guess what? They don't want to keep repeating that cycle. They may have been through something, traumatizing and treacherous, but they don't want that anymore for their life. So that was the download. That was just my energy and just me tapping into it. Let's pull some cards on it. Let's see what the angels and ancestors want us to know about this download. Can we talk about your actual people here? Right? Can we talk about the people? Because, I'm also picking up a lot of chosen ones, a lot of ascended ones, a lot of true divine masculines, a lot of true divine feminines are feeling a little bit like they're falling into isolation, right? They're okay with that. Isolation is a part of the journey, but it's become a part of their lifestyle. And it's starting to feel a little bit separating is what I'm hearing. People are feeling a little bit more like separated from life or people, or maybe they feel like they don't have friends like that. They can't connect like that. But the reason being is because it's because of this. If you're watching this, 12:34 just passed on the clock. If you're watching this right now, hit the like button because I just saw 12:34. You are someone who is, this message is for you. You fall into the category of 12:34. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're moving forward. And you're following the necessary steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. In order. In divine order. You're someone who's following the steps that the divine is placing before you. I heard upon you. Your destiny, your soul, everything is just in alignment. And you're moving along right with it. And right now you could be feeling a little, I'm hearing lackluster, like, maybe in your social life, in your social group, something about social. You might find yourself having a little bit of social anxiety. People give you a little anxiety. Sometimes you find yourself out in public and you're like, what the fuck, I gotta go. This message is definitely for you. This message is for you. So you're not alone. Let's see here. What is the message? Can we talk about this, please? What do you want us to know, Spirit, about, the divine, feminine and masculine, their people? Okay? Can we talk about their people? Who are they? Where do they come from? And what have they actually become? Okay. The Six of Swords in the reverse was the first message. What else do you want us to know about this download here? When we're talking about the actual people, true divine feminines and masculines, you have the you have the Nine of Wands in the reverse, and then we just had an explosion of energy here as your last message, and I'm honestly gonna take them all. I'm 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 gonna take them all. So you have 5 cards for your last message, okay? So let's dive in here. So your first message is the Six of Swords in the reverse. Your second message is the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Then your third message is an explosive Temperance, High Priestess in a transitional stage. Four of Swords and the Sun card in the reverse with the Queen of Swords in the upright. Okay, and then you have the Knight of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like this is going to be a very interesting read. And I feel like I channeled it for the most part, but excuse me, let's see what the Most High wants us to know. Can't come back from that is what I heard. Can't come back from that. Can't come back from that. Mm-mm. The energy of the enemy is like you just can't come back from that. You know when someone is not, I heard, not in the face of the beholder? The fuck does that mean? You know when someone is not in the right energy, when someone is not in the divine feminine or masculine energy, when they do something that you can't just come back from. The Six of Swords in the reverse is giving me the total opposite of what you like, is what I'm hearing. Okay? So this Six of Swords in the reverse is like that testy energy. Karmics are going to test you. For people that don't know, what's a karmic? Okay, so people are asking, like, what's a karmic? I have to take it back to the basics for you. Six of Swords in the reverse. You don't have no balance. You don't have no peace. You can't swim away to calmer waters. The waters are rocky. Something happens. You know you're a true divine being. True divine being to the core. When, let's say, you're in a dynamic, okay? It doesn't matter if it's romantic or not. Let's say you're in a dynamic. They're saying a social dynamic, okay? And you get into a debate, a little altercation, a little something, a little twang is what they're giving me. A little back and forth, right? And, you know, I'm hearing you just can't seem to get away from being at odds with each other because you, I'm hearing, is in the upright because you're more advanced. You're trying to, you know, you're trying to always get something started. Like you're always trying to start over. You might want to, you know, find the lesson in the situation and say, you're the person that's like, all right, well, you're the peacemaker. You're the person that's like, okay, well, I understand that we are not seeing eye to eye, but you know, I'm willing to understand your point of view, blah, 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 blah. Like you're the understanding one. You're the person that's like, all right, well, how can we resolve this situation? How can we walk away, leaving common grounds, right? The other energy is going to be combative. I did see the Five of Wands when I was shuffling. The other energy is going to be combative. You're going to be feeling like you're going head to head. Six of Swords in reverse. That's how you know, is when, you know, when you're with a karmic energy, it's going to feel just like a fucking mess. You can't reach common grounds. You know, one person, that other person doesn't want to back down, doesn't want to understand, doesn't want to see things from your point of view, doesn't want to compromise. Like, that's a karmic energy. There's always some type of fucking riffraff. You're like, dude, what? Confirmation. You're like, dude, what the fuck? You're like, what the fuck? I can't win. You confirmation. You feeling like that? I can't win. There's no winning here. I can't reach a common ground with you because we're always fighting. We're always arguing. Six of Swords in the reverse. We're not seeing eye to eye. We're always going head to head. Wow, that's interesting energy. The Six of Swords here, what the card is showing me, that's interesting. You know you're with the karmic energy when there is always what feels like a division in the energy, right? You're someone who could see both sides, but another person just cannot. You're someone who is intelligent enough, right? Because it's really intelligence. You're someone that's intelligent enough to be able to stand down. You can compromise. You can sit here and say, you know, I can't even show you the cards right now, but if you, whatever. The Six of Swords in the Modern Witch Tarot deck, whatever, it doesn't even matter. I'm not even about to describe it. I'm just gonna read the fuck what I see. But you are someone who can understand both sides. Okay, even if you really fully understand your side and you know it makes more sense, you're still able and willing to compromise and see someone else's perspective and reach a common ground. You're someone who is intelligent enough to be able to read the room and understand that, you know, you know when to back down. You know when to be submissive, and you know when to stand up. You're not someone who's just overbearing. A karmic is going to be over fucking bearing. And there's going to be a clear division in the energy. That person's not going to want to stand down. That person can't say sorry. That person can't say I apologize. There's too much pride, there's too much ego. There's one person sitting down and there's one person standing up in this picture. And the person that's standing up is the one that's driving the boat. This is a Six of Swords in the reverse. That's a karmic dynamic, a karmic and divine dynamic. That's how you know that is not your person. That's not your person. So if you're wondering and trying to understand the basics of karmic energy, you have the Six of Swords in the reverse. That's crystal clear. It's just fucking rocky. It's fucking rocky. And what tends to happen in this dynamic here, thank you, Spirit, being that you're a person who is intelligent enough to back down in situations, what ends up happening is if you don't balance out that energy, that karmic is going to become so fucking overbearing, so fucking narcissistic, that all they're going to want to do is keep fucking dominating, to the point where it will break you down, not just physically, but it will break you down mentally, emotionally. You will start to get drained and tired. Like you don't want to fight anymore. You can't. So then what will end up happening in that dynamic is, unfortunately, you'll always be submissive because you're always looking to pacify a situation. You're always looking to, stay out of the fire, stay out of harm's way. You don't even want to fucking cross paths with a karmic because, every time you cross paths with a karmic, this bitch always got a fucking problem. You don't want to do it. So you have to find balance in that dynamic, because that is why it's important to call your power back and stand into your power. Stand the fuck up. Six of Swords is in the reverse. You will never find balance in that dynamic until you stand up, because the Six of Swords is really where you are. All the intelligence, all the swords is where you are. But because you're so emotionally intelligent, you can be the alpha and the fucking, what's that, beta. Because you know how to fluctuate your energy, that you're always, that karmic is always going to feel and try to get creatively tactful with their dominating energy. You're not going to want to deal with it. So you're going to have to walk away. That dynamic can't mesh. It's oil and water. Because you're not going to, what are you going to do? Completely submit to a karmic? You'll never reach into your true emperor, empress stage. Okay? A karmic is always going to make you feel less than. A karmic is always going to make you feel like you're underneath their thumb. A karmic is always going to make you feel like they have the upper hand. A karmic is going to hit below the belt, fight dirty, to always stay above. I'm hearing we don't want that anymore. You don't want that anymore. The angels and the ancestors don't want that for you anymore. So if you feel like you're resonating with this energy, this message, and you feel like you're in some type of karmic dynamic, you're being called to, what? Convey the energy? What the fuck does that mean? Convey the energy? I almost said enemy. Ooh. Hold on, guys. I like to know what I'm talking about, so let me just see something here. I like to know what I'm talking about. So convey means to transport or carry to a place. You have to convey the energy, convey the enemy. You have to put them in their place. confirmation. Transport or carry to a place. With this Six of Swords energy here, you have to find balance in it, honey. You're the divine feminine. You're the divine masculine. You will be the one. You will have to be the one to find balance in the energy, because they're not going to do that. The karmic is not mature enough. The karmic is not smart enough to be able to shift the energy. They can't. They vibrate too low. Thank you, Spirit. They vibrate way too low to be able to transmute the energy. Moving on. Nine of Wands is in the reverse here. You have to know where to draw the line in a karmic dynamic. You have to. Because if not, it's going to be a constant fucking uphill battle, bro. With the heaviest boulder on your shoulder is what they just said. You have to be able to draw the line. This Nine of Wands in the upright is you constantly fighting, putting up a shield, defending yourself, over-explaining, It's in the reverse. They don't want you to do that. They don't. The angels and ancestors, you're a divine feminine. You need to be with a divine masculine. You're a divine masculine. You need to be with a divine feminine. And even just not romantically, in your dynamics, you need to make sure that you're surrounded by divine people. And if you are surrounded by karmics, you need to be able to put them in their place and keep them there. You have to be able to shift the energy. I know too well about what this message is saying. I am definitely in a situation where I am actively doing that now, and I didn't realize that I was doing that until this message came out. So I can definitely attest to this energy. And the one thing I can say, because I pick up on energy in advance, right? And then 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, I'm already going through this stuff before you guys. So I'm able to really speak from experience. And that's why I feel so confident in saying a lot of things that I'm saying, right? So like, for example, this Nine of Wands energy in a reverse, I could definitely attest to, the point of this energy here is with this Nine of Wands in the upright, you're constantly creating friction in the universe when you're going head to head with a karmic. It's not smooth. Remember our first card is the Six of Swords in a reverse. You're creating ripples. I heard ripple effect. When you're going head to head with this fucking karmic, it's not sending out the right frequency. It's a little jagged there. It's a little too harsh. It's a little too rigid. It's a little fucked up. We're not doing that. The divine wants smooth sailing, clean, concise energy, frequency, high vibrations. So this Nine of Wands is in the reverse, because it's like, don't give no attention to the karmic energy. Just don't. It's more easier said than done. But when you don't pay attention to that, you're not stirring anything. You're not feeding anything. You're not fueling anything. You're not thriving off of anything. There's no frequency. There's no energy. It's just low. It's monotone. It's a karmic energy. But when you rise above it, now you're sending out the right frequency. You're shining even brighter, actually. And you're vibing even higher, actually, when you go above the karmic and not through the karmic. Now, I'm talking about, let's say, okay, you're in a karmic dynamic. Throughout this journey, and that's new for me, thank you, Spirit, that's new, to think about it that way. Throughout this journey, we've learned you have to go on the path, through the path, walk the path, keep going. In this particular case, this is like a cheat code on how to overcome this dynamic. They're saying, hey, you don't always have to go through the karmic line. You don't always have to go through the karmic energy. No, you don't always have to weather that storm. Or you don't always have to weather the storm like that. Now that you have your wings, now that you've definitely elevated high enough where you can soar, you can fly, they said, look, Now you can use your wings. And guess what you can do now? Now you've elevated, you've healed enough, you've done your necessary work where now you could just fly over. So they're reminding you, you have to rise above karmic energy sometimes, because a lot of times these karmics aren't even smart enough or wise enough to back down. So they're and they got a problem with this and I got a problem with that. They're gonna keep going. They're driven. Their fuel force is that negative, toxic, karmic energy. So they're gonna keep feeding off of that. They're gonna keep. You ever notice that you're arguing with somebody and their veins are popping and they're glowing, and you're like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, this person looks crazy." That's that karmic energy that they're just feeding and fueling off of. They're fuming. They're so upset, and you're like, you know what? I'm not even dealing with this, because I get that you're upset, but you don't even have to be doing all that. That's you just flying right over that shit. Fuck it. 9 of Wands is in the reverse. The Most High God is like, you're not about to be a fucking wounded warrior to no karmic. That's not happening here. Don't give the karmic that much fucking power and energy and resources to make them feel like they could just beat on you and beat you down. The angels and the ancestors not having that. God is not having that. You have to be able to rise above any occasion. Not you right? You don't fight every fire with fuel, right? It's not how you put it out. This message is the one with the 9 of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. This is for the ones that are, you're teetering. You still haven't gotten this down pat yet with these fucking karmics, right? So you're teetering in this energy. I hope that by the end of this energy, you clearly understand what it is that I'm talking about. That's exactly what I just heard. Okay, so Temperance, High Priestess here in the transitional stage. There goes that Temperance energy. There goes you using your wings. There goes you transmuting that energy. And that is the lesson here. With the Temperance and the High Priestess, these in the transitional stage, this is what you're going to learn how to do. The more that you heal yourself, heal your world, lick your wounds, close your wounds, do your own thing, the rest of the world around you will fall into place. This High Priestess here is giving me, I'm seeing the infinity sign. This is a connectivity with the Most High God, the universe, Mother Gaia. This is you and Mother Nature working together. And as you closing your wounds and figuring all that out, you're putting out the right energy and the frequencies for nature to hit you right back with that. It's gonna come back to you 100 times fold. So back to the karmic. If you feel like you're going through any riffraff with the karmic, feel free to walk away from that. And in your own privacy, feel free to write about that situation, analyze it, break it down. Where were you wrong? What could you have done differently? Work on that. That's your Temperance energy. Fuel that, fix those things. That's giving High Priestess. Tap into yourself. And then as you do that, I was, what did I do? I was arguing back and forth with the karmic. I need to learn how to not be so triggered and feel so compelled to go back and forth and prove my point. That's going to be you, Temperance and High Priestess. How do I do that? How do I make sure I don't get so easily triggered to start defending myself? Okay? Once you do that and you work on that, the universe is going to work right with you. Don't worry about it. Don't you dare worry about it. You got the 4 swords here in the reverse and the Sun card here in the reverse. Thank you, Spirit. The 4 swords in the reverse is given. Don't worry about it. You just keep praying and you keep working on the things that you know you need to work on. If you're triggered by a karmic and they easily hurt your feelings and you walk away fucking crying, that's also what you need to Temperance, High Priestess. You need to work on that. Figure out, okay, well, why did you get triggered? Why did you get emotional? Why did you start crying? Why did it bother you so much? Who said it? Why did they say it? And work through that. Pray. Work with the Most High God. Ask for the Most High God to heal those wounds. I oftentimes like to ask God to fill the void within my heart. Right? Because a lot of times when you're triggered and you're moved by certain karmic things. There's something missing as to why that is bothering you so much. So by me asking God to just fill the void within my heart, meaning just heal whatever's missing so I don't ever have to feel like I need to look outside for whatever that is. I hope that makes sense, right? And then the Sun card in the reverse, things will start to become enlightened to you, right? That, okay, I remember that. I heal that. I'll work on that. That's why that triggers me. Okay, I remember when that happened and how that made me feel. And how do I feel now? Who am I now? What have I become? Okay, I'm stronger than that. Okay. Work through it. That's why they're there. Pray, talk to them, work through it with them. They are your best friends. And then you have the Queen of Swords here following. You're walking out stronger, wiser, even more discerning than ever. The next go around, you come into face with either that karmic or another fucking karmic. And every time you're going to work to perfect it. It's a cycle. You're going to until you close out that karmic cycle. Until you close it out. It's just you pushing and pulling and transmuting that energy, temperance, healing that. That's all that is. Because the karmic is going to be in your face with the... And as a divine feminine, divine masculine, your job is to figure out how the fuck do I fly high enough to get over this right now without having to go through it. Because a lot of times you go through it and you use up so much energy. Six of Swords in reverse, sometimes you feel depleted. Fly over it sometimes. Learn when to fly over it sometimes. Learn when to get up and fly. I just heard you have your wings now, so you can use them. Okay? Hit the like button if you're resonating with this. My comments and my camera's off until further notice, so the angels and the ancestors only want you to communicate through liking, or not liking. Okay? Thumbs up, thumbs down, or don't thumbs up at all, or whatever. But that is the way how they're communicating. You also do have the community tab. Feel free to comment on any of those or on any of the older videos that are open to comments. But they have me kind of on like low battery mode is what they're giving me right now, preserving my energy. So, yep. We're going to tap in a little further because this is an awesome message. This is very important for you to know. Whether you're spiritual or not. I mean, these are just life lessons on how to deal with people. And this is just a little insight. I mean, I could speak on experience, but why? I don't feel like fucking replaying those unless it comes up and it's relevant. But I'm not fucking about to be going through that nonsense. I'm speaking to you in general. And what's coming out is exactly... I approve this message. I agree. You have to find a way to rise above the situation. Going through it is going to be draining. And who wants to sit here and keep fighting with a fucking lower vibrational energy? That's annoying. When you're a person of peace, love, and just equality and happiness, and why the fuck you want to fucking go through a karmic energy, all that riffraff for no reason? Clearly, that's somebody else's riffraff. You don't have to go through that energy. It's not yours. It's too much. Why go through that? You're going to cause yourself unnecessary scars for no reason. Nine of Wands is in the reverse. They don't want you fighting no unnecessary battle. When you're a divine feminine, divine masculine, and let's say you're dealing with a karmic energy, and then you feel like you're arguing, a lot of times that's not even your battle, bro. That's their battle. And then they're standing in the face of someone divine. They don't even understand to back down. This is a part of their karmic lesson too. And if they're not backing down, but you can, I mean, like, who's already learned it here, right? So you just leave them in the space that they are and just rise above it. Leave them. That's their karmic lesson to learn. They're always going to be in that karmic rah energy, Five of Wands energy, until they fucking close out their own karmic cycle. But this message is for the ones that are closing out cycles or needing help to keep closing out cycles, or, you know, whatever. But a karmic, they're not going to understand this at all. They're not there yet. So, anyway. So I hope this is helping you to understand a bit more about your people, right? Who to look out for, who you want to be friends with, who you want to be in a relationship with, who do you want to be a part of your team, who do you want to go into partner with, who do you want to work for, who do you want in your office, you know. The Five of Cups just flew out in the reverse. You know, they want, your people are people that you obviously don't regret. You don't have shame for. You don't have guilt around. They make you feel fucking good. And this is a real thing. Don't be, you could be around somebody and they might make you feel good for like a little bit, or like, you know, only in certain situations, but you need to pay attention to that. Heavy on pay attention to how you feel and what you're thinking and what you're doing when you're around these people, or people in general. That's an easy way to learn who your people are, right? You are a discerning person. You are a divine being. You've already elevated, ascended, and all that. You should be able to be around somebody in their energy and say, something don't feel right. Something's not feeling right. This is making me feel like the old me. That's a clear red flag right there. That is a red flag. If you're around somebody that's making you feel the way how you used to feel, get away. That's a karmic. Okay? So, without further ado, let's tap in even further. So let's get one for this Six of Swords in the reverse. You have messages 1, 2, and 3. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Your first message here is that energy is always going to cause a ripple effect. It's not going to be smooth sailing. You are someone who is, I'm going to say it, you're smarter than the karmic. You're always going to be smarter than the karmic. I'm not saying that the karmic is dumb. I'm just saying that the karmic doesn't use their smartness for elevation. Put it that way, okay? So the karmic uses their smartness and it keeps them stuck because they try to be crafty and sneaky and all sly and shit. And it's never for anything good. It's just to keep them in a dominating space. That's a karmic, okay? So tell me about this Six of Swords in the reverse here. What do we need to know about this energy? What do we need to know here about this Six of Swords in the reverse? Thank you. Oh, shit. Okay. So something, I feel like something did flip over. That's interesting. Why did that flip over? Ten of Pentacles flipped over in the deck. Ten of Pentacles is it's a perfected energy. I will say that. It's a very perfect energy. But it flipped over in the deck. A true divine feminine and a true divine masculine is destined for this Ten of Pentacles energy, this perfect everything, perfect life. Regardless if, obviously they have to travel through a karmic energy and travel through a karmic path and elevate and ascend and all that, but the end goal is the Ten of Pentacles, is the happily ever after, right? Flipped over in the deck. It's giving that's beneath the surface, but you see up on the surface is this Five of Wands in the transitional stage. Yes, the Five of Wands came back out, guys, which is incredible because that is an indicator of what the fuck I literally just said. Now, the Five of Wands is in the transitional stage. As you close out this energy, that Five of Wands will be in the clear-cut reverse. But you have to learn how to what? Elevate, ascend, and fly over that karmic energy. Because all that riffraff is just throwing out negative fucking energy into the ethers. And it's only going to cause a distraction between you and your Ten of Pentacles. So keep in mind, okay, well, if I'm destined for a perfect life, right, in my own right, whatever your perfect life is supposed to look like, let's not be crazy here. Let's not get this confused. It's perfect in your own right, respectfully. Okay? Your ending is to be great. Your ending, all is supposed to work out for you as a true divine feminine, true divine masculine. Despite everything that you went through, you are to have a happily ever after. Okay? A fairy tale life. It's treacherous and horrible in the beginning. Then it starts to smooth out. You start to gain your strength. And then, okay, cool. Then you have your happily ever after, respectfully as to what it looks like. It's not going to look like a perfect life. Let's not get crazy. But if you allow for that karmic energy to fuck up what you have going on, that's why the Ten of Pentacles didn't actually come out. Because this Ten of Pentacles is up to you. And now that I'm telling you what I'm telling you, now hopefully, my little butterfly, you go back into the world and you are able to do this again. Because you're going to be tested again with this fucking karmic energy. It's only right. That's the only way to get through this and close out these cycles. So you're going to be tested again. But the ultimate point and the ultimate lesson is not to let the karmic energy fuck up what you got going on. So that way you can have this beautiful Ten of Pentacles as you are intended to have it. So this Five of Wands is in transitional stages because it's totally up to you is what I'm hearing. It's totally up to you. You could sit here and fuss and fight with the karmic and fuck up what you got going on and let them win. And then next thing you know, boom, you're on the karmic path with they motherfucking ass. Or you could rise above it and say, fuck this. I don't even have to go through this shit. I'm done. And just, it's not you ignoring it now. And it's not you suppressing your feelings. You don't even have to talk to the karmic about your feelings. You can find closure and healing on your own. You should know how to do that now, right? So this is you just applying that same old good lesson to this situation and saying, you know what, clearly, like I said, you're someone who can be submissive. You can back down. You don't have to face every fucking challenge by you Five of Wands and then sparring with the person. No, let that person fucking argue and fuss and fight by themselves. Sometimes if you give somebody enough rope, eventually they're gonna hang themselves. Viewer discretion advised. I wasn't trying to be graphic, and sorry if anyone's ever been through something, traumatic like that. But what I'm saying is that a lot of times someone who's in karmic energy who cannot overcome their own karmic energy and their own karmic cycle, eventually they're gonna fall submissive to that. They're gonna fall into that trap, right? They're gonna fuck up their own lives by just not overcoming that karmic energy. And that's their own fucking journey to experience. But that does not mean that you have to draw yourself all the way back to the beginning and dealing with this. That's not the point for you. You don't. I hear people arguing right now. People are literally arguing. Do y'all hear that? I wonder if you guys hear that. People are arguing right now. People are arguing. Every confirmation. You don't have to. In an argument, some people feel like they got to sit here and go back and forth and prove their point. As a true divine feminine, as a true divine masculine, you don't have to do that at all. You could just literally be like, you know what? I'm not doing this with you and walk away. That's you flying over it, okay? Anything that we need to know about this Five of Wands? I think it's pretty clear. I think it's pretty obvious here. Yup, justice. Balance that out right there. Balance that out. Balance out that Five of Wands. Simple. I mean, the whole message is in that first message. I mean, it's just that simple. The Nine of Wands is in a reverse as your second message. Spirit does not want you being someone's fucking punching bag, especially if you are a true divine feminine masculine, if you're a chosen one, if you're a starseed, a light worker. They're all different things. The Most High God does not, I repeat, the Most High God does not want you to be anyone's punching bag. You are a divine spirit. You are to be respected. I'm getting I was gonna say upheld, but that's not the right word. You are to be held up. You are to be respected. You are to be, God, why am I doing this? What is this? What are we saying here? You are to be praised. You are to be respected. You are to be praised. Yes, you are. They're giving me like, risen up. Like you are to be, you're of high honor. Thank you, Spirit. Jesus. You are of high, I was doing this for a while. Like, what were you doing here? You're of high honor. You're someone of high honor. Divine feminines, divine masculines here on this planet are of royalty. You come from God. So, Nine of Wands, if this Nine of Wands was in the upright, it's you constantly fighting. Spirit is like, no, you dare do not step off your motherfucking throne and start fighting with these karmics. You don't get up for no one. The Most High God doesn't get up off that throne unless he really has to. There's only been one instance where I've seen that he had to get up. One. And I don't even think he stood up. He just like either used his hand or he used his foot, some shit. But he didn't get up at all. The Most High God is not getting up off of that throne. That throne is his. It's rightfully his. It's respectfully his. He earned it. It's his. The same thing for you. God lives within you. And it's not to say you need to be walking around here with your nose in the air, but you need to know where you come from and remember who made you and remember who you are. You know, I'm not saying that you need to treat people like they're beneath you. Royalty is very respectful, very understanding, and very respectful. However, royalty is not going to do certain things that the peasants do. It just doesn't happen. It's just what it is. Now, I'm not saying you need to walk around here with your nose in the air. Oh, I am a divine feminine. I am a divine masculine. I am God. God will strip your ass of all of that. Be careful. Don't do that. But what I'm saying is that when you're having respect for people, remember that it is to be reciprocated. People need to respect you. Because, especially if you're a true divine feminine, a true divine masculine, because you're a good person by nature. You have a good heart. So either which way, the fundamental basics is you don't deserve to be mistreated because you're not a bad person. So this is why this Nine of Wands is in the reverse. You are not to be sitting here being someone's punching bag, someone disrespecting you verbally, physically, mentally. No, that's not, no. You don't do that to me. You don't do that to divine feminine. You don't do that to divine masculine. Watch your tone. Watch your mouth. Watch what you're saying. Have some fucking respect. Because I don't talk about you like that, even though you're fucking beneath me. I don't walk around here like, oh yeah, I'm your superior. I am divine masculine. I am divine feminine. You must respect me. No, it's not an ego thing. It's just blatant, common ground respect for human beings. Period. You, divine feminine, you, divine masculine, just so happen to know who you are. And the karmic obviously does not. But, like, there has to be, like, respect. Like, fundamentally. Period. A good king, a good queen has respect for their peasants. Just because they're peasants doesn't mean that you're going to treat them like trash and feed them bullshit and just throw them to the dirt because they're fucking peasants. No. That's not how they go. That's not how that goes. You have to respect your people. You have to treat your people right. But understandably, your peasants are your peasants. Your peasants do peasant things and live a peasant life. They don't live royalty. It's just law. I hope this is making sense. Please don't walk away from this feeling yourself all crazy, because when God starts hitting you with the 1-2, don't come back to me like, oh, nope. Okay, I didn't tell you to do that. Nine of Wands in the reverse. Let's get one for this Nine of Wands in the reverse here. Always remember who you are. Red is very significant. Red is very significant. Okay. Queen of Pentacles came out. I'm not going to take it, but it flipped over in my hand. And it's giving me, it is giving me, like, remember who you are with this Queen of Pentacles. Masculine or feminine. When you're sitting there, sitting pretty on your throne, minding your business, remember who you are. Your royalty, you know. Things are given to you, you know, just, especially disrespecting. Like, what the fuck? Nine of Wands in a reverse. Tell me about this. Imagine the king or queen being beaten up by a peasant. bullied by a peasant, trying to be destroyed. Imagine a peasant trying to destroy royalty. What was the ultimate consequence back in the day for something like that? What that's what, treason or something like that? What was the ultimate consequence, right? Back in the day, you thought they was playing about their respect for royalty, the king and the queen. You couldn't talk no shit about bad about the king and the queen sometimes, right? In a lot of societies, right? That's treason. What would they do? They would either lock your ass away or put your ass to death. You don't do that. You don't do that. So the same thing in this day and age. Obviously, as a true divine feminine, a true divine masculine, you carry that energy. You don't walk around with the divine feminine tattooed on your forehead unless you did. And, you know, I mean, a true divine feminine and a true divine masculine is not going to do that. But the way how you carry yourself demands respect. Hit the like button if you know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? The way how you carry yourself, your presence just demands respect. You carry yourself like royalty. So be mindful in that all across the border. Whenever you're dealing with anyone, peasant, karmic, divine, another divine being, keep yourself up in the most upstanding way, in the most upstanding position, with class and poise. We're not fighting with the peasants. We're not fighting with the karmics. We don't have the energy for that. And then we don't allow and accept peasants and karmics to step out of line. We don't do that. Because we don't deserve that. As true divine feminines and masculines, we mind our business. So if someone's being disrespectful, it's because that's who they are, and they're battling their own fucking problems. They got to be put in their place. And guess what? A lot of times, according to the Most High God, you don't even have to do anything to put them in their place. Just rise above them. The Most High God will get it sorted. Don't worry about them. Ooh, that was an explosion. Okay, so let's get one for this Nine of Wands in reverse. Thank you guys for being here. Nine of Wands in reverse. I hope this message is helping someone. Okay, you have the Eight of Pentacles that flipped out. Let's get it. Let's get it to fly out. Nine of Wands in reverse, Spirit. Spirit is like, you are not no one's punching bag. They do want you to work on this. Whoever needs this, you need to work on it. Judgment, can't make it up. Judgment. Use your discernment. I'm hearing use your credibility and use your discernment. They're giving me the word credibility. You know who you are. With this judgment here, don't worry. Thank you, Spirit. There goes more red, and there goes the angels and ancestors. You do not worry. When you use your wings and you fly over, just fly over and you just handle the situation. I'm not saying if somebody's fucking disrespecting you, you just let them disrespect you. Or you just ignore them. Or, like, yes, you can ignore them, but, like, do it in a way where you're ignoring them and it's like, it's just like you're putting them in their place. You're not just ignoring their behavior and ignoring. I hope this is making sense. Like, it's okay to let somebody know, like, please don't talk to me like that. Please don't do that to me. Please don't do that. It's okay to say that. And if someone has a problem, that's their fucking problem. But once you sit here and say, please don't do that one time. And if they, don't say nothing else. That's it. That's done. It's done. You know why? Judgment now. Now you have to deal with the angels and ancestors, bitch, because I asked you nicely. And you wanted to keep with the fucking riffraff after that. After I asked you nicely, please don't do that. You want to fucking act crazy after that? Like I asked you something bad. You know what? Clearly, you're not that sharp. So I'm not going to sit here and lower my standards by sitting here arguing and going back and forth with you. I've already said what I needed to say. I asked you nicely, please don't do that. I asked you nicely to just please don't do that. And you have an issue with that. I'm done. Now you have to deal with my angels and ancestors. Dude, I tried. And guess what? That's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to have to go through judgment now because it's out of your hands. It's out of your hands. It's out of your hands. You did what you were supposed to do. You acted nicely. You're not no one's fucking punching bag. You're not no one's fucking scapegoat. Somebody's having a bad day, a bad life, a bad whatever in the fuck. That's not your problem. If someone can't set their problems aside and step out into the world and act with grace, that's on them. They're asking for karma. They're asking to be judged. So there you go, judgment. You did the right thing. You did what you needed to do. Yep, because 4 cups here at the bottom of the deck. Clearly somebody's unhappy. It definitely ain't you. Misery loves company. A karmic wants to see you fall from grace. A karmic wants to see you right up off that throne. Oh, you think you royalty? Oh, you think you're a divine feminine? Oh, you think you're a divine masculine? I want you to come up off of that throne and I want to see how divine you are. They're going to get testy, man. And what you going to do? Okay. I'm going to show you exactly how divine I am. I'm not even going to respond to your little ass, right? You're going to have to deal with judgment here. Done. Don't say nothing. Okay. Smile and nod and keep walking. And then you focus on you. Keep focusing on you. Okay? I hope this is resonating. Judgment. Tell me about this. Look. 2 of Wands flipped over. There's always a decision, baby. There's always a decision. And a lot of times, as a true divine feminine, a true divine masculine, when you choose to rise above the situation, baby, that decision is going to pay off so swell. There's so much satisfaction. Thank you, Spirit. That's the word they gave me. There's so much satisfaction, grace, and poise. Excuse me. There's so much satisfaction in keeping grace and poise with this 2 of Wands here. Always make the best decision for yourself, divine masculines, divine feminines. These are for people, I'm telling you, this dynamic, you could be going through, there's a karmic at your job. There's a karmic at every time you go to the supermarket, every time you go to the DMV. I don't know. There's karmics every fucking word. This is how you deal with they motherfucking asses. Because, a lot of times they be feeling themselves, because they feel like I said, with the 6 of Swords here in the reverse, you are a person who can step out the way. You're someone that understands that you don't have to fight every battle. So a lot of times you're not going to be arguing or feeling compelled to argue. So they feel like, okay, that's a sign of weakness. Oh, they can't withstand me because they not arguing with me. They always shut down when I argue. They're completely blind to the fact that that is such a sign. That is such a sign of strength. And then what happens? The karma keeps misconstruing you submitting as a sign of strength for weakness. They're not understanding that. So what do? They keep going. They feeling themselves. They're going to walk right into the fire. Leave them alone. Judgment. Tell me no judgment. You do your part. You handle things right. If they don't stop, at that point, bro, I handled this the right way. I handled this the best way possible. The rest is on you and the Most High God. I don't have to deal with this. Remember that show, Everybody Hates Chris? The mom used to be like, I don't have to deal with this. My man got 2 jobs. That's the energy right there. I don't have to deal with this shit. The Most High got this. The Most High God got this. The angels and the ancestors got this because I asked you to leave me alone and I asked you to stop really nicely. You didn't want to stop? Okay, that's on you. Hermit in the transitional stage. With this judgment, what's going to happen? Well, somebody's going to have to be sat down. It might be the both of you. I'm getting a duality thing. The Tower will hit the both of you. Because this Hermit is giving me, That ties into your third message. Well, you're going to have to go into hermit mode and tuck away and analyze yourself and analyze why this karmic has gotten you so upset, so that way you can heal that, right? That's in the event where you're arguing or whatever. If you've overcome it, yeah, definitely dissect the situation. Like, wow, I really did. I really did a good job. I didn't argue. I didn't fuss. I didn't fight. I didn't curse. I just rose above it. Like, what in me changed? Yeah, tap into hermit. Feel free to analyze that. Because best believe the karmic's hermit is not going to look so good. It's not going to look so pleasant. That karmic is going to be sat down and forced to learn a lesson. And it's not going to be overnight. It's not going to take 2 days. And it's really not going to be pleasant. They're going to be in hermit mode, and their hermit mode is going to look different. So the point is, just take your time. You don't have to move too quick with a karmic. You don't have to move at all. Once you set your boundaries, like let's say it's a situation at work. You may have asked this person to stop, the first go around or whatever. This person keeps nitpicking. Maybe you went to your supervisor, you said something, and whatever, the situation keeps going. You going up the chain. The situation keeps escalating. You're like, fuck it, I'm going to HR. You go to HR, you put in the situation, you told them about the situation. HR is opening up an investigation. Guess what? It's out of your hands. You handled it the right way. You didn't say anything else to the karmic. You didn't say anything else to your supervisor. You handled it. You said everything to everybody one time. You took it up to the chain. You say, all right, nobody wants to do anything about it. The karmic don't want to stop. I'm going to HR. You go to HR. You say whatever you say. You say, all right, I'm handing you the situation. You're like, you go home. You pray about it. You analyze yourself. You make sure you're in order. If you did kind of go back and forth with the karmic at first or whatever, you documented the situation. You told everybody, hey, we got into an argument. They're doing sabotaging things, blah, 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 blah. Here's the proof. You took it up the chain, HR. You go home, you pray about it, you ask for forgiveness, you ask for healing, you do your own thing. But you're not looking for fucking revenge. You're not looking to take matters into your own hands. You took it up to the chain and you went home and prayed and you said, well, that's it. That's enough. I don't need to do anything else. Now it's up to the supervisor, the manager, and HR. If the supervisor doesn't do anything, hey, so be it. If the supervisor goes to HR, cool. If the manager doesn't do anything, hey, so be it. If the manager goes to HR, okay, cool. Now, HR could have just your report or your report and 2 others. Either which way, HR has it. HR is judgment. It's out of your hands. You took it up the chain. And then on top of it, you went home and prayed about it. Oh, yeah. It's up there now. You don't have shit to do. You go into work the next day. You mind your fucking business. Guess what? The karmic don't know shit. The karmic is still being fucking testy. Oh, well, guess what? Hermit. You're in hermit mode. You don't have to do or say anything other than keep your documents, keep your proof. Hey, if it happens again, you reach out. But hermit, you don't have to fucking talk to that, to the karmic anymore. It's done. You've already handled it. Everybody who needs to handle it, they know. When this judgment time hits, and let's say HR does, after the investigation, witnesses everything, and you prayed about it, what do you think is really going to happen? Who you think is really going to walk out of the situation successful? Who you think is going to walk away with victory, huh? Judgment. Now the karmic has to face judgment. It's out of your hands. That's all I got to say. Anything else that we need to know about this? Oh, shit. Strength card in the reverse. I can't make it up. What is the karmic going to do then? What is the karmic going to do then? Nothing. You took it up to the higher ups. What's the karmic going to do? Retaliate and fight and argue and do the same shit with HR? Let them go ahead and try that shit and see what happens. Hermit, that karmic is going to be forced right into hermit mode, baby. Sayonara. That's how you rise above a situation. Not taking matters into your own fucking hands. Not taking matters into your own hands. You just take it up. Literally all the way up the ladder. All the way up to God. Work on yourself. Work on anything, anywhere you was wrong in the situation, and keep it fucking pushing. And watch the universe just naturally get rid of that fucking karmic energy. Because strength card in the reverse, nobody is stronger than the Most High God. Period. Nobody. I hope this is making sense. Let's tap into this Temperance, High Priestess. There's 3 messages in one. This one is a little long there, y'all. This one is a little long. So you got the 2 of Wands, the 5 of Pentacles. I don't know what the fuck. I'm going to put that back because what? Tell me about this Temperance, High Priestess. Go within, work on yourself, find balance within yourself, find balance within the energies, find balance within the whole atmosphere, the whole entire atmosphere. Look, 5 of Swords, in the reverse. I'm telling you, you don't have to do much. It's not that I was about to say it's not that serious, even though it could be. But I mean, in the sense of you don't have to manipulate the situation. All you have to do is just deal with the facts. Justice is here. Justice is on the table. With the Judgment, listen, and the Queen of Swords. The Most High God is only dealing with facts. So when you're dealing with a karmic energy, remember who you're dealing with here. Karmic is going to lie, play games, do all sorts of shit, be deceptive. You're going to deal with the facts. Deal with the facts. Do everything in the right order. Work on yourself. Don't be manipulative. Don't be trying to meet somebody where they met you. No. I'm telling you. What just came out here? Queen of Pentacles came back out. And you're going to get back exactly what you gave out. Queen of Pentacles, I don't know if this is in a reverse, in the upright, or whatever. Look, 7 of Pentacles came out with it. Ace of Cups is here at the bottom of the deck. 2 of Cups poking out. Is that the Empress poking out? 7 of Swords, Knight of Cups. This is what you do. 4 of Wands, Magician poking out. 4 of Cups. How do you... Misery loves company. Well, how do you let them know that you're fucking too busy? Get the higher ups. I'm just saying. The way how you handle a karmic situation is the way how it's gonna... The karma's gonna return back to you. If you deal with a karmic energy in an upstanding position, the victory will be in your favor. But if you try to hit below the belt and meet a motherfucker where they are with that 5 of Swords energy, you're going to get bad karma. You're supposed to rise above a karmic. Rise above them. You could be in a karmic relationship. Let's say you know, karmic is doing you fucking dirty and you decide to go out there and cheat. What the fuck you think is going to happen? Negative karma. But let's say you're in a bad relationship with a fucking karmic and you need to get the fuck out. You do things the right way. You divorce them. You break up, move, change your number, whatever, however you want to do it. But you do it in an upstanding way. Best believe victory will be yours. I hope I'm making sense here. What you do and how you handle this karmic situation, it will return to you in either good favor or not. You have to do everything in good faith when dealing with a karmic. Even though they don't necessarily deserve it. It's not for you to dish out that karma. It's not for you to dish out negative karma. Regardless if you have been cleared for it or not. That's not your position. That's not your job. Know your place. The karmic clearly doesn't know their place. This is long. I hope you're understanding. I'm getting ready to close this out. It's got gems in it. That's what I'm talking about, okay? 4 of Swords in a reverse with the Sun card. And in due time, just watch. They're like, just watch it all get handled. Watch. Watch how the Most High God steps in for you. 4 of Swords in a reverse with the Sun card. Watch how the victory would either be yours. The Two of Pentacles here fell out in the reverse, and it fell out on the Strength card in the reverse with this Hermit. Watch things get balanced out. Where there's no balance, things will balance out. A lot of these things are coming out in the reverse. Because as so above, so below. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Watch. Trust me, the karmic will get theirs. You don't have to do anything extraordinary and extravagant. Five of Pentacles came right back out in the reverse. And it fell out on the Hermit and the Queen of Pentacles. Let karma take care of things. Okay, let Mother Nature take care of things. And Queen of Swords, you've successfully, again, closed out a karmic cycle. And in this particular case, it's about the Eight of Pentacles flipped over in the deck in the reverse. After all your hard work, you've closed out a karmic cycle. Yep, Divine card in the upright. You've closed yet another karmic cycle. Seven of Wands. You've learned how to protect yourself against negative fucking forces that are fighting against you. You've learned how to protect yourself against karmic energies who just don't fucking stop. But you've learned how to soar instead of going through it. Instead of hurting yourself even more by going through this storm, you've learned how to fly over it. You've learned how to fly over it. You don't need to fight every battle. You don't. Four of Wands in the transitional stage. You're learning how to commit to yourself much more and committing to the Most High God much more. King of Pentacles is out. Yep, adding more quality to yourself. Look, lovers, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. You know, and all of this at the end of the day is just, it's all going to benefit you and your divine connections. Dealing with the karmic is only going to make your connection to the divine better. So, for example, if you're Divine Masculine dealing with a karmic, once you close out that cycle and heal that, guess what? Thank the karmic. Because you know why? Now you will know how to be in a connection even better, especially with someone on your level. I hope that makes sense, right? So when the divine beings go through these karmic relationships and they do it in an upstanding way and close this cycle out for good in a positive way, the way how the Most High God will be proud, the Most High God is gonna bless you with a true divine dynamic in replacement of that karmic dynamic, and it's going to be great. It's going to be phenomenal. Why? Because y'all have already learned these karmic lessons, so you guys will know how to deal with one another. If it's in a relationship, if it's in a job, however, you know what I'm saying? So I hope this makes sense. There was a lot of tea, a lot of gems. This was over an hour. I didn't expect it, but feel free to rewind. Drop a little something on the community tab if you have any questions or comments about it. But this was the message, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for staying. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.